Today we're going to have some fun, and while having some fun, I will also clarify a very important misconception that I have seen among a lot of budding investors. Right? So let's do this. So let me ask you guys a simple question: that as of today, the stock of Idea is trading around 10 rupees per share, whereas that of MRF is trading somewhere around 66,000 rupees per share. So the question is, which of these two stocks is more expensive? Now, obviously, Idea looks much cheaper, but you also realize that this might be a trick question because why else we make a video about it, right? So there is something more to it than just the price, isn't it? Yes, there absolutely is. And let me explain that with an example. So let's say you are in a market for a brand new car and you get two offers. You can buy car X for 5 lakh rupees, or you can buy car Y for 10 lakh rupees. Now, assuming budget is not a problem, you can afford either of these cars. Which of these two cars would you say is giving you a better deal? Now, what are you going to say? You will say there is not enough information, right? So what exactly are these X and Y's, right? What exactly am I buying? Because if they happen to be comparable cars like Maruti Swift and Hyundai i10, the decision would be easy to make, because clearly Swift looks much more reasonably priced as compared to Hyundai i10, right? Who would buy a Hyundai i10 for 10 lakh rupees, right? But what if instead of Hyundai i10, car Y happens to be a Ferrari? Now you tell me, which of these two cars is a better deal? Will you spend 5 lakh rupees for Maruti Swift, or would you rather pay 10 lakh rupees for the Ferrari? Of course you're going to go with the Ferrari, right? Because this is the deal of a lifetime. So the point I'm trying to make here is that the question is not so much about the price. The question is about the value that you are getting for the price that you are paying. In the same way, we cannot compare two companies purely based on their share prices, because prices don't tell us anything about the value that we are getting. And the real value of a company is determined by the profit that it is generating and, of course, its future prospects, right? So there are companies like Idea that offer little to no value because they are not even profitable, and that is why their stock is so cheap. Whereas profitable companies like MRF command a much higher stock price because they are leaders in their sectors and they have a solid track record of consistently growing investors' money. So guys, this is the main reason why I made this video, because I see a lot of innocent investors who are starting out in the market, and then they see some of these penny stocks that are trading at 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 3 rupee, and these investors perceive these companies to be cheap. Whereas the reality is that these stocks are actually not cheap, because the intrinsic value, the fair value of most of these companies is basically zero. So my message is very clear. Don't just blindly look at the price, also look for the value that the stock is offering. And remember, most of these penny stocks are like this junk car. Even though they might be selling for even, let's say, 100 rupees, it still will be a bad idea to buy them.